right there.
They'll ride the hot hand. Can't get him to the ground. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Blue. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They're bringing heat. Gets away. He'll pull it down and run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback will audible. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And the extra point is good.
7, Washington State 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Short throw to the sideline is out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mateer. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots if I want to. I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
It's now 3rd down.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got it.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
Pressure coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Now on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Got it behind the line. It's blue.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Trying to get to it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! The 18 unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Just one of those mistakes. It can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Incomplete to the line. Brings up second down.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
With the game tied.
The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They went up top on 2nd and short. Surely they stick to the ground here on 3rd and inches.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. And it's loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
I'll tell you. What that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. To the air, it's Ewers. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Fires to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is met. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Running toward the tape. He's inside the 40. And after the huge run, it came at a perfect time for this runner. He's got to catch his breath as we head to the 40. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. quick strike complete. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Parker. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. Give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Cougars. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Buys a little time with his feet. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
The throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
They're trying to get to it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.